we'd heard one or two rumours. There are message boards and one or two people had mentioned that Real Madrid were coming to town. I didn't even respond to it. I just didn't believe it. I just thought it was one of those things that you heard and someone was on the wind-up. And then it suddenly came out and it was just unbelievable, really. Very, very strange feeling.
As you say, a few weeks ago, and yeah, we gave it our full support. It was something that, from our perspective, a game against Real Madrid at any time, I don't think you can dismiss it.
It just seems the club's just going from strength to strength. That getting promotion was fantastic, and now getting a friendly like this is out of this world. So
it's fabulous to think that. I mean, in 4 years we could have been gone out of existence, and now we're in the Championship, hosting the likes of Real Madrid, and a one-off opportunity, maybe never to be seen again at this football club. Yeah, I got told initially from our chief executive, Neil Blake. It was a couple of days before it had been made public. He asked me to go and pick up an agent who was coming over to look at everything we had at the club, make sure that he was good enough for Real Madrid to come over. I picked him up from the airport and took him out for a meal and had a bit of a chat with him, and things went really well. And then it was made publicly known, and I just thought, wow, this is something you never ever would believe could happen to AFC Bournemouth.
I think it's great for the supporters first and foremost, and I always think you have to put them ahead of yourselves. But also as part of our pre-season planning and preparation for the new season, so really can get tougher, but it's going to prepare us well for the new season.
There was a bit of talk between the lads about it before we actually found out for definite, so we didn't think it would be pulled off, but fortunately it was, and the lads were really excited, and there's a lot of talk about who would be playing, and we wasn't really expecting all the big players to be coming over, but after it was confirmed that they would be, it's been nothing but excitement.
No, when Ancelotti comes in, the players are going to want to impress him. This is his first game, and with any side having a new manager, especially a manager like himself, they're going to up their game.
Very special. I mean, to be alongside someone who's had such a great career and managed the clubs that he's had, manager of Real Madrid now, it's a huge honour for me and for Jason.
Well, I think after all we've been through, especially in the last 5 years, if you think back 5 years, we were in minus 17 points, administration, didn't look like we'd ever get out of the problems. We had no money, didn't look like we had any future.
This is my 6th year at the club, so I've seen the club at the bottom of the league. So for me, it's a very proud moment to be able to host a team of Real Madrid's calibre. I think it's going to be a fantastic occasion for players that have been through it, and for the fans, and especially the people that have made it happen behind the scenes, the people that have financially helped the club, as well as obviously the fans have helped the club, because without their support, then we couldn't attract teams to come and play at such a fantastic stadium.
It's been a sort of an excited night of not sleeping very well. My wife was here first thing this morning doing the early shift, and then I've done the rest of the school run today and then come and relieved her so that she can get off to work.
It's about 5:30 we woke. I woke up.
At 5:30.
Yeah.
Here at 6. Started queuing at 6.
So it's 6:30.
You got down here at 6:30
Yeah.
and we've been queuing.
Yep.
Why?
Because it's a once in a lifetime to see Madrid in our home ground.
Are you a big Bournemouth fan?
I've been a Bournemouth fan on and off for 60 years.
Well, I was in a car with my daughter and I was chatting away and my daughter said to me, she said, Dad, she said, did you hear that on the radio? I said, hear what? She said, Real Madrid is coming to play Bournemouth. I said, yeah, right.
I thought it was a joke.
Why do you think it's a joke? We just got promoted. What
Yeah,
was talking about?
Real Madrid, they're pretty big, aren't they?
I'm Carlos, and I come from Madrid in Spain to see a match between Real Madrid and Bournemouth.
It's so unbelievable that Real Madrid come to Bournemouth and have a match with AFC Bournemouth, you know?
Real Madrid was
Yeah.
the decision. Real Madrid.
See the players like Ronaldo, Ozil and all them.
What about seeing the Bournemouth players? Brett Pittman, Matt Ritchie?
Yeah.
You just saw that?
I was, yeah.
So I'd rather have Arthur in my team than Ronaldo.
Why do you rate Arsenal?
Oh, he's like, you just have to look at his stats.
You know, there's plenty, you know, Ronaldo's coming, you know, Ozil, Kaká, all these players, but, you know, just see them play, even in, you know, for 90 minutes, I think it's worth it, yeah.
You've forgotten a few players there, not Pittman, Ritchie, Hugh.
Pittman.
Excited to see
Oh
them?
yeah, well, you know, I just saw them today anyway, going in their car, so.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
My name is Celso Reñones Dominguez. I'm the proprietor of Tapas Plus in the center of Bournemouth. And since a very early age, I am a Real Madrid supporter and have been all my life. I arrived here in the restaurant in the afternoon, and one of my sons called me and he said, Dad, I got some news for you, so you better sit down. I picked up a chair and took it to the kitchen and I sat down. And he said, you won't believe this, but your team, Real Madrid, is coming to Bournemouth. And I said, you cannot be serious. This is a joke. It's, someone is put it in the internet or whatever. And then he took me to the bar where he had his laptop on the counter, and there he was in front of my eyes. And I just didn't say anything for a while because I just couldn't believe it. But to me, really, personally, what it means to me is that I'll be able to watch my beloved team at home where I live. I don't have to travel anywhere. And to think that I'll be able to see it in Bournemouth is a situation that I never think in my life it will happen. Because I have many supporters of Bournemouth that come to our bar, so they tell us, not next year, but the year after, they will be paying Real Madrid on a regular basis because they hope to get to the Premier League, so there is big aspirations in Bournemouth.
really exciting times for us. I mean, I think my main focus on pre-season is always the first game, Charlton. I think this has been a nice distraction for us.
We do like to get the ball down and play it, so we're not just going to boot it long and they'll just keep the ball again for another 5-10 minutes. You know, we'll try and make the best out of it. It'll be like a home away from home for them in this weather, so they'll be used to that. And it'll definitely be a tough test.
It's a no-lose situation for us. We're playing arguably the biggest club side in the world, and it's a great chance for our supporters to see them close up. The area is full of people who love their football, who want to see good football, who want to see the best teams here. So this is a great chance to come and witness the best players in the world, see them close up, and see how they compare to their local heroes. So I think it's a great feel-good factor fixture for everybody associated with the club, and hopefully one will live long in the memory. I remember Liverpool coming down for the centenary game here, and there was a player that was one of my highlights of my career. So I'm sure it'll be the same for the rest of the players now. For this one game, I think it will be an excellent atmosphere, I don't doubt that. But I think more importantly for the long-term future of the club, to have that stand there, although it's a temporary stand, it's going to be a permanent fixture, I think, for a while. I think that gives us a huge boost going into the new season, if we can get some home support behind that goal as well. People forget you play to 3 sides, and it's not ideal to get that 4th one there. I think it'll be our biggest plus this season, hopefully.
I think last season we definitely improved from attacking towards our own fans, and if we can do that again this season, we're going to have fans at both ends, so I think it's going to help us a lot. Last year we had a great record when the gaffer come in at home, so we'll be looking to continue that, and that stand's only going to help.
My name's Lee. I'm from near Manchester originally, and live down in Bournemouth now. Somebody told me there was tickets available today, and my wife sent me down to try and get 2 tickets.
Your wife? So
Yes.
will you be going along with her?
Yes, bring her to the game. She's not much of a football fan, but she's a Cristiano Ronaldo fan.
Oh, he seems to dance along the field of that ball, doesn't he? Oh, it's a wonderful footballer.
Not only that, but he's
Oh, no, he's gorgeous too.
My son is mad on football, so I'm doing my family bit for my wife and my son to come here and queue up.
And we've come down to try and get some for our husbands.
I mean, I'm thinking, my history with Man United, we know about Bournemouth because they knocked us out of the FA Cup, but I think that was so long ago now. Does anybody outside the UK really know of Bournemouth? Well, they will do after this game, yeah, absolutely.
This is the occasion for me, just getting that ticket.
Good luck getting your tickets, both.
Brilliant, yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.
Knew that people were queuing up 12 hours before the tickets went on sale for this game, and a lot of supporters weren't actually from Bournemouth, they're from surrounding areas, so it's not only grasped Bournemouth but the area as a whole. You know, Dorset, Hampshire, I think they come as far afield as Bristol and London, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for people to come and see Real Madrid. We know they're playing the Champions League, but you can never get tickets for games like that. They're playing your big teams like your Chelseas and your Manchester Uniteds, so to come to a club like ours, it's unheard of, really.
The game's as much for them as it is for us. Obviously, it's been marked as a celebratory game, and the fans deserve it. Bournemouth still looked upon as a small club in certain areas, but with queues like we saw the day the tickets went on sale, I think people will be taking us a bit more seriously now, and if we can put a good performance in, hopefully we'll attract a few of them fans back.
Spanish player.
I couldn't believe it really. I was gobsmacked really. Bournemouth, newly promoted team as well. So yeah, it's good for the club as well. So yeah, looking forward to the game and hope it's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously who can tell what Madrid are thinking about coming to Bournemouth. The place is obviously a lovely town in England, but I don't think they would have heard too much about it. So for them, yeah, they're on a European tour, and I'm sure they'll enjoy their time in Bournemouth. And we want to let them know what we're all about, kind of thing, because we're a club, a town hasn't really done much, and we're always improving. The achievements of the club are growing.
It's still pre-season, so obviously be worrying about fitness and where we are on the scale of things, but I think it's a game that when we look back on is going to be more special to look back on rather than looking forward to. It's footballers, they love a moan, so they'll be moaning about the heat and probably getting passed off the pitch by Real Madrid, but it's going to be a great occasion, not just for the players, but for the fans and everybody connected. I'm sure it'll be a special night.
Well, they're definitely the benchmark. Real Madrid, Barcelona, all the top Spanish teams and the national team are definitely the benchmark for me, and we certainly watch a lot of their games to learn and educate ourselves on what they're doing, because I think they've been at the forefront of all the innovations really in football in the last few years. So yeah, we'll hopefully watch it firsthand, what they do and how they do things, so hopefully we can benefit from that as well.
You know, people talk about Ronaldo, and yeah, he's one of, if not the best player in the world, along with Messi. You know, everyone says he's in the top two, but it's going to be interesting to see how our boys doing, how they put their wits against the best. You know, we've We've got Mark Pugh flying down the left wing, Ryan Fraser. We've got some very skillful players of our own, flair players. And it's going to be great. I mean, Ronaldo plays on the right. Will Charlie Daniels be able to cope with him? Will he overlap Pewey? Known for a fact he's going to leave Ronaldo by himself to get the ball. So it's, you know, there's a lot of duels going to go on the pitch, and we're going to take this game quite serious. You know, I mean, yeah, we've got to be careful. Nobody wants to get injured. Real Madrid are going to come here, and you know, they're saying it's an exhibition match, but you know, it's a pre-season game for us, for all our boys. They want to do well. They want to go out there, and if any of our boys can get a goal as well, if Brett Pittman can score against Real Madrid, you know, we'll never hear the last of it. And you know, if I just scored against them, I wouldn't let anyone forget. So there's many opportunities for our players to go out and impress. And yes, it's about Real Madrid, of course, but it's also about how well we do as a team and how we can adapt and get the most out of the game.
That's one. It's fantastic. That's it. Brilliant.
There's one in the front.
Matos, 32 Quinny, and 33 Casada.
You're going to see flashbulbs and cameras going off all round as Bournemouth get us underway in what's officially a celebratory exhibition match. But as far as pre-season friendlies come, this is about as big as they come for Bournemouth. There's Arta, the player who doesn't lack any confidence in midfield. And immediately Bournemouth looked down the left-hand side and lost out, and Madrid have it forward. Benzema, who didn't have the best of seasons last year. Here's Isco with his first touch in a Real Madrid shirt. Now probing down the left side in a huge cheer as the pass to Ronaldo off target. And Simon Francis getting the better of his man on that occasion. But Real Madrid pick up possession once again. And the challenge comes in from young Ryan Fraser, the young Scotsman. And now Francis and Bournemouth will just try and get possession outside in the Real Madrid half. And here's Fraser, a bit of space, and McDonald ahead of him continues his run. Fraser keeps it, much to the delight of the crowd. And Bournemouth trying to get an early ball into the boxes from Pittman, and Grabham was almost there. And Bournemouth threatening with their first attack inside just a couple of moments. Pittman whipping along the 6-yard box. A A wonderful ball from the jerseyman, and Grabham just not quite anticipating it. It was the perfect ball from Pittman in between the defender and the goalkeeper. Played forward. Ronaldo has found space in between the two centre-halves. Cries that he controlled it with his hand, and he tries a backheel shot that's gone just wide. Wow. No decision given by Probert. And Ronaldo just reminding everyone what he was capable of. Looked like he might have controlled that with his upper arm, and then audacious, the back of his right foot and just wide. But the free kick, in fact, was given. And it'll be Francis waiting. Played forward. Bournemouth showed more than happy to try and take the ball forward, but they've given it away in a dangerous area there. And from 40 yards out, no doubt we'll be taking on this one. Ronaldo steps up, drills it, it dips just over the bar. What an effort from Cristiano Ronaldo. Such power, hits it so flat, and well, Daryl Flahaven, who was another man involved in that match Simon Francis played in for Southend when Ronaldo's United were beaten, was nowhere near that one. Fraser suddenly finds there's all kinds of space coming forward. Tries to lay it off for Brett Pittman, and Pittman just wide from the end of the area. Fraser whips it in. Arter can't get there on the edge of the box, and Cook rather just sends it anywhere will do, but there's 4 Bournemouth players accumulating on that left-hand side. Now, Arter, a man who can hit the ball from distance, so can McDonald. It's he who swings it out. Koulibaly on his first appearance in a Bournemouth shirt. So the offside flag has gone up. Trying to play their way through, and once again Bournemouth successful in breaking play up. Koulibaly, man joined from Grass of Zurich on a free transfer in the summer. And Koulibaly shakes off a couple of challenges, showing off his strength. And now Fraser, who's just got his head down and run at people so far. Whipped in by Francis, headed up in the air. But Real Madrid can just about get it clear. Now there's all kinds of space for Isco, as Bournemouth might have overcommitted coming forward. There's 5 white shirts in the break. There's a chance for Ozil in the area. Ronaldo and Isco linking up. What a chance at the far post for Benzema. Great covering challenge. Bournemouth trying to come forward once more. Fraser, who's looked incredibly bright, the Scotsman, signed in the January transfer window last year, but needing support on this occasion. Here's Arter. Grabham and Pittman, a fine partnership, and Pittman trying to chip the goalkeeper Lopez and couldn't quite get that one right, but it shows the confidence of a man like Brett Pittman to try an effort like that from here. And Grabham linking well, and Grabham took both the defenders away, and it opened up for Pittman. Went for a chip rather than for power. Free kick awarded in Real Madrid's favour. Daryl Flahaven nowhere near it on that occasion. Ronaldo with that distinctive straight run up prepares to fire and take aim once more. She is behind the goal. Flashbulbs go off. Ronaldo strikes it and finds the bottom corner. Well, he had one effort with the radar and he wasn't far off in the first time, just over. On that occasion, the dip. So impressive, and Flahaven had no chance away down to his left, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo who's given Real Madrid the lead here in Bournemouth.
The goal scorer for Real Madrid, number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Barley shows off another set of nice skills from him. Made a decent impression as Bournemouth try and come forward again. Here's Fraser, he's been in the wars so far, but certainly showed plenty of skill. Koulibaly whips it in, but Senegalese-born Frenchman didn't make the most of his crossing opportunity. Harry Redknapp in the crowd today, former Bournemouth manager, famous resident of Sandbanks, just down the road from here, still lives in the area, despite being the Queen's Park Rangers manager these days, and still a very popular figure at Bournemouth. The last man to lead the Cherries into the second tier, Eddie Howe becoming the second, and Howe stands there and waves Koulibaly forward. As Bournemouth get a bit of possession together. They are the kind of team who likes to play possession football. That's how they won promotion. Fraser, who's looked bright, but rather stared down his pass on that one and allowed Modric to get in and take it. Ronaldo will come forward. And that's a wonderful ball. Chance now for Ozil, plays it across Benzema and Elphick. Well, Elphick shows off some skills in front of Benzema rather than just finding safety. And Bournemouth survive. Howe hopes he'll be back as Madrid try and break forward, and Pepe continues his run into the middle. Ronaldo cutting back onto his right foot, shooting opportunity. What a challenge from McDonald. Came out of nowhere, the Welshman, and much to the crowd's appreciation, won possession. Fraser and Francis trying to combine there to work a crossing opportunity. It's into the near post and Grabban was lurking. Arthur might think about the shot. Koulibaly right foot and insane. It was a good touch from Arthur. Just didn't really catch it, Koulibaly. Only arrived at the club 10 days or so ago. Ronaldo again, trying to get him behind. Elphick's touch has gifted it to Ronaldo. It'll be a second for Ronaldo. Ronaldo doubles Madrid's lead. He doubles his tally for the day.
Real Madrid's second goal, number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Looked a bit embarrassed about scoring that one. McDonald will feel his job on that far post will be to deal with situations like that, and caught by surprise by the effort. It came off the Bournemouth head and stabbed quite forcefully goalwards by Khedira, and it's 3-0.
The goal scorer for Real Madrid, number 6, Sami Khedira.
Can't imagine there'll be too much injury time, and in fact Lee Probert decides there'll be none, and that is half time here at Dean Court, and a half in which Bournemouth have shown plenty of promise initially, but unsurprisingly it's the might of Real Madrid that lead by 3-0, and a number of the Madrid players shake hands with the officials as they head off, indicating that'll be the last we've seen of them. Khedira grabbed the third, Ronaldo with the first two. The first one a trademark free kick. And then after Elphick made a mistake and couldn't cut out a ball over the top, Ronaldo picked it up, went round the goalkeeper and wasn't going to miss. Referee Lee Probert gets us underway for this second half, with Real Madrid having made 11 changes and having that 3-0 lead at the interval, courtesy of those goals. 2 from Ronaldo, a free kick, and then a fine finish after a mistake from Elphick, and then Khedira stabbing home from a corner. Here's Iliana Mendy. Space coming forward, and it could be a chance for a goal for a 4 for Real Madrid, and Higuain's not going to miss from there. Perfectly timed run, and Higuain allowed to take it virtually onto the goal line. Well, from 6 yards out, he wasn't going to fail to beat Flahaven from there, and it's 4-0 to Real Madrid. Again for Di Maria. Twists and turns. Here's Kaká. So quicker fit Di Maria and Higuain in front of him. Kaká's picked out Higuain. Chance for Higuain, right footed. Great save. Well, Kaká with a wonderful through ball. Higuain getting onto that quickly. And it just let that one run across him and tried to pull it back across his body, across goal, and Flahaven, well, did well to tip that one and just about get enough on it to get it over the bar. The way he runs towards goal, thinking of a shot left, but it hits it well. A wonderful goal. Angel Di Maria, wonderful run, wonderful finish, and the Argentinian winger, great pace and strength about the way he runs. And he made that finish look particularly easy. And Real Madrid will just go into the final quarter of the match and got themselves a 5th goal. Eddie Howe just indicates to a couple of his substitutes to get ready. Cherries can pick it up again. Daniels will try and come forward. Goes past Di Maria. Initially looked like he'd left him for dead, and Daniels is still going. He's got Chidozie inside if he can find him, but no nonsense defending at the back there. Shown there from Casemiro, the Brazilian. And Casemiro looking to try and get on the end of a pass. Great chance for the Brazilian and a wonderful finish. A 6th goal for Real Madrid. Casemiro just putting Flahaven the wrong way. And again, lovely passing in the build-up. Played in towards near the byline, tight angle, but an excellent finish.
Charles, what are your thoughts on Bournemouth and how they played?
They start really well in the game. We had some problem at the beginning. After that, we had a good control of the game. It's a team that can have a good chance to do a very good season. I wish also to this team to do the best of this season, also because today the atmosphere here was really good for us.
Disappointment, Mark, because no one wants to get beaten, no one wants to lose. We certainly don't. We've got a team full of really good characters, a team that aren't used to losing, so it's a horrible feeling regardless of who you're playing. So that pleases me. I think that's a good sign. And as I said, there's a lot of positives to take from the game from our perspective, especially large spells of the first half. So we're not downhearted, but we're disappointed.
Have you had the opportunity to speak to Carlo Ancelotti?
I had an opportunity to speak to him this afternoon, which was a real treat for me and a great experience. Not only Carlo Ancelotti, but Paul Clement as well. They've been absolutely brilliant with us all day, and hopefully they enjoyed their experience in the game here, and hopefully we can build good links between the clubs.
Well, the day was just the most beautiful day, beautiful summer's day, a day fit to greet the world Galacticos, who were coming to play a dream game against AFC Bournemouth. From my own perspective, it was just a day full of excitement for me and my family to have an opportunity to meet the players personally, to sit next to Perez, the great president of Real Madrid, at the Haven Hotel. I can actually sort of picture it now, as we're talking. The players were extremely chilled. They were having lunch together, and allowed us the privilege of going to, shake their hands, to say hello. Carlo Ancelotti and Zinedine Zidane. It was their very first competitive game in charge of Real Madrid. So the whole day was, extremely special for everybody.
Well, I remember it being a really hot day. The weather was really Spain-like, so in some senses Real Madrid would have felt at home. I remember the excitement of the Bournemouth people, not just the people that were here, but the people in the town. I think it really did hit the whole of Bournemouth that Real Madrid were coming. I remember the excitement actually near the hotel that Real Madrid was staying at. It was almost like the Beatles had come into Bournemouth. And then, of course, when they actually arrived at the stadium, the reaction of the Bournemouth people, I've never seen queues around a bus like that before. And just to see the superstars sort of come through the tunnel area sort of hit home that we had to actually face them and play them. So when you're not used to that kind of environment, it's certainly very different and certainly had the feel that something big was happening.
I think the whole build-up to the game was how on earth did we get the greatest club side in the world to come and play at AFC Bournemouth.
It was really nice, actually. We were given the opportunity to go and see Carlo Ancelotti, Paul Clement, and some of the officials from Real Madrid, and they were good enough to give us their time. We talked football, life, about Bournemouth, and it was a really nice couple of hours where, you know, football wasn't really talked about, but relationships were built.
Well, I think that, you know, as a professional footballer, the last thing you want is to have to be a one-trick pony and say that I actually played against Ronaldo, I played against Messi. I was there when Carlo Ancelotti and Zinedine Zidane had their very first encounter in a competitive taste. Once you rub shoulders with the glitterati in any walk of life, you want to maintain that week in and week out. And I am absolutely certain that when the boys look back at the pictures that'll be adorning their walls at home, that they wanted to do that week in and week out. And in a very short space of time, only 3 years, the dream came true.
The supporters not waiting for the final whistle as Bournemouth's footballing dreams come true. A stylish and emphatic win at home here against Bolton has taken them to the threshold of the Premier
League. Well, it is the stuff of dreams, but you know, people say that when you talk to great people, when you compete against great people, some of that magic rubs off. Everybody has a dream to reach the promised land, but very few people ever do. So for us, it was indeed a miracle.
Certainly provided a really good marker for where we were and the difference between us then and the world-class players that they were. I remember doing a presentation actually after the game on the attitude of the Real Madrid players, how hard they worked, not just with the ball but without the ball. So almost saying to our guys that as good as they are, they've still got the core principles of working hard, and that's what we need to aspire to every day. So from loads of different angles, it was a really positive experience for us.